Okay, to make the slanting square scarf, I am on a mission to use up all of my yarn in my stash. I am trying to go zero yarn, however effective that will be, and try not to buy any new yarn unless it's for something absolutely specific. But since I'm remaking a lot of my paid patterns into free patterns, I am heading into my stash and getting rid of stuff. So for the actual scarf, I'm going to be using this Audion Wools from Knit Crate, which unfortunately is out of business. This is their chill line, so if you have this in your stash somewhere because you were part of Knit Crate, you can go pull that out and make this scarf. But if you don't, what you're going to want is a worsted weight yarn, and this has 300 yards all together with both of these. This is a alpaca cashmere blend, so it's super soft. It's going to drape really well, but really any worsted weight yarn is going to work great for this project. Self-striping, whatever you have, go grab it out of your stash and we can make this project easily. So with the yarn, we're going to use a 5mm USH hook. This is going to give us some very good definition on our stitches, and because this yarn is so drapey, it's not going to affect that. If you're using kind of a stiff yarn like a Red Heart Super Saver, you might want to go up in hook size to get it a little bit more drapey. But for very drapey yarn like this, like a Caron Simply Soft, the H hook's going to be perfect. So besides that, you'll need a yarn needle to weave in your ends, and then the pattern, of course, so head to the description to go grab that and we'll get started. Okay, to begin the scarf, we're going to do a slip knot on our hook with a tail long enough to weave in. Then what we're going to do is chain 37. So go ahead and make 37 chains, and then we'll come back and start row 1. Okay, I've got my 37 chains and I'm ready for row 1, so I'm going to turn, of course, and then I'm going to skip the first 3 chains, and that's going to count as a double crochet. Then I'm going to double crochet once into the next stitch, so the 4th chain from my hook, and then a double crochet in the chain after. The chain 3 that I skipped is going to count as a double crochet, so I technically kind of have 3 double crochets here. Then we're going to start our repeat. So we're going to skip the next 2 chains, and we're going to do a double crochet in the chain after. We're not doing any chains in between. We're just going straight from a double crochet to the next double crochet, because we want this to lean over, because we're actually going to work around this in just a second. So we're going to chain 3 to get some height, and then we're going to work around that double crochet we just made. So we're going to do 3 double crochets around that post. So we're going to yarn over, insert through that nice big hole, pull up a loop, pull through the first 2, pull through the last 2, and do that 2 more times. This is where our slanting square comes in. So now we are slanting over on that one. Then we're going to skip the next 2 chains, so don't get confused. This big thing that's pulling up, that's the chain we just worked into, because you can see the 2 that we skipped right here. So we're going to go here to the next one. That's our number 1, and that's our number 2 that we're skipping. You can kind of pull them apart if you need to see them better. Then we're going to work into that 3rd one, and we're going to do 1 double crochet in the next 3 stitches. So that's going to create our straight square. So we have a slanting square and a straight square. So we have square, slant, square. That is going to be our repeat. So we're going to skip the next 2 chains and do 1 double crochet, which is going to make it lean. Then we're going to chain 3 for height. Then we're going to do 3 double crochets around that post. Then we have our next slanting square. Then we're going to skip the next 2 chains. So again, pull it apart if you need to kind of get everything situated. There's our next 2. Then we're going to do 3 double crochets, 1 in each of the next 3 chains. So we're going to continue that across, and then I'll come back right at the end to show you how we end this off. Okay, I'm back. I just finished my last slanting square. Now I have 5 chains left. So again, we're going to skip the next 2, and then we're just going to do the 3 double crochets in the next 3 chains. So we'll have both ends with the straight squares, if I don't lose my stitches. And then that is the end of row 1. So for row 2, we're going to turn our work and we're going to chain 3. And one thing I'm going to show you that you can do instead, you can do a tall chain. So if you pull your chain up the height of your stitch and lock it in with a chain, then we do a double crochet in that first stitch, and that's in place of a chain 3. That gets rid of the hole that you normally get when you just do a chain 3. So let me show you a chain 3 real quick so you can see the difference. It actually will do 2 different things because you need to see the next stitch after that. So here's a chain 3, and then we're actually doing double crochets right on top of double crochets. So when I do the chain 3 and then I do my 2 double crochets, you get that hole there that sticks out. So if you want to eliminate that hole, you can do what's called is a tall chain, and that will eliminate the hole. So I'm going to do a tall chain for this. I'm going to pull it up, I'm going to lock it in. That brings me up to the height I need. Then I'm actually going to do a double crochet in that first stitch instead of a chain 3. And then I'm going to do the double crochets after. And now it's a much more dense side. Now I don't have that hole. So I'm going to stick with that for the rest of the pattern so you can see how that looks. And then what we're doing this row is kind of making it straight and flat again, because right now we have these things sticking up. So what we're going to do is we're going to chain 2, and we're going to single crochet in this chain 3 loop. So all the way around there, we're going to go right inside and do a single crochet. That flattens that out. And then we're going to chain 2 again, and we're going to double crochet into these 3 double crochets. And we're just going to repeat that across. So we're going to do 3 double crochets in the 3 double crochets below. We're going to chain 2. We're going to single crochet in that chain 3 spot. Get some slack and keep on going. So I'll meet you at the end. Oop, that's 3. I only need 2. I'll meet you at the end, which is going to be 3 double crochets right at the end. Okay, here I am doing my last 2 double crochets. I'm working into that chain 3 I did at the very beginning. Now I have the end of row 2, so now I'm nice and flat again. So for row 3, which we're going to make ourselves not flat again, we're going to turn. We're going to chain 3. Well, actually, I'm going to do the tall chain so we can block that out. We're going to double crochet in the next 3 stitches because we are doing a tall chain. And we're going to start making our slants again. So our repeat, we're going to skip this space here. We're going to work into that single crochet of the row below to make that slanting double crochet. Chain 3 and work those 3 double crochets in. Then we're going to work 3 double crochets into the 3 double crochets, just like we did with our foundation chain. So we're going to repeat that across just as we did in the very first row. The only difference is now we're working into stitches. So we skip those 2, work into that single crochet, chain 3, and work around that post. I can't wait to wear this because this alpaca and cashmere is so soft. So keep going across and we'll meet right at the end of the row to discuss the rest of this. Okay, here I'm at the very last stitch, and another thing I like about the tall chain is there's actually a stitch to work into. You don't have to work into a turning chain. So here we go, we've finished row 3. So now you're just going to keep on repeating rows 2 and rows 3 back and forth till you run out of yarn basically. So this is a great project to use up however much yarn you have. Just make sure you end with a row 2 repeat because that will make you square or straight or flat or whatever you want to call it. I'm going to stick with that tall chain across. But once you finish that, just go ahead and weave in your ends and you will be done with the scarf. So a super simple repeat that is fun to do and you don't have to pay attention too much. I hope you enjoyed this pattern. I am Deja with Knit and Crochet Ever After, and thank you for watching.